Okay, we're here in Whatcom County, clearly in the wrong season because you can see snow all over the creek. We're looking for seashells today, fossil seashells in limestone. You'll see the black limestone everywhere, and in about 30 seconds I'll show you what we're actually getting. It's very easy access. There's the road. I think it goes to Mount Baker, but you can park just on that side, on the west side of the road, west-south side of this bridge. There's a larger river there, but you want to go up this creek. It's called Fossil Creek. And bring a sledgehammer and some gloves. The rocks aren't too slimy right now. Maybe in the summer it's different, but let me dig into what we're going to find here. So, it's essentially fossil clam shells. Stuff like this, where you'll see the impression. Where a clam shell, it's a negative, right? Where a positive shell used to be. More impressions in the back. There's a positive one there. So you'll find chunks like this. Here's another one where there's a positive of the clam shell right there, as well as a negative imprint right on top. You will also find, oh, there's a little cutie I want to show you. Little cutie where a seashell was in. You will also find things like belemnites. They're either baculites or belemnites, one of the two, but this one, I think it's calcified. It might be, it's actually quartz, sorry. So they've turned to quartz somehow. But you can see it in there. Most of it's eroded out. You'll find other chunks with those in it, such as the one I'm resting my foot on down here. You can see it running through the side. That's one of those long cone shells. You'll also find, I dropped it in here, the concretion balls inside the basalt that you can break out and then smack in half. Usually they don't have anything in them, but sometimes they do. So those exist as well. Don't believe I showed you this one yet. You know, there's another impression from where a seashell used to be in there. And here you can see impressions of where the shells used to be there as well. I also found this pyritized ball here. I haven't broken it out yet, but it's still little, you know, like 10 millimeter pyritized ball. This one here, you'll see more of those quartz belemnites or baculites running through. Here you'll see the posts of them. Little guy there. So they're not the best fossils in the world by any means, but for a kid, it's a great place to bring them because we're about an hour and a half from Vancouver. We're just below Chilliwack, about hour and a half, hour and 45-minute drive from Vancouver. This is a great piece. This one here really shows you all the seashells that are in it, positives, negatives. And it'll give you kind of an idea of what you're looking at for the outside texture. You're looking for all these white kind of squiggly marks all over the surface. And of course you'll usually see impressions of the shell somewhere in it if it's a piece that has a lot in it. So you can bring the sledge, like I was saying, that's a 3-pound sledge. You can bring up to an 8-pound sledge to smack some of these boulders open, but I'd say 3-4 pound sledge, smack them open, but you don't really need to. You can probably just surface pick. And another useful bit of information is, of course you can park right at the road, but if you keep heading, this is east, and then head up north here. So once you cross the bridge, which is, you know, going in the east direction, up, I think it's the 40-30 road. Don't quote me on that. I'll put it in the comments for you, or the description of the video, the exact road, but it's Forest Service road, and it'll run up a little ways, and it has a switchback in it that you can come across this creek higher up. And I'm guessing that'll be a better site that hasn't been as overpicked. Because right here, you know, it's anyone can cross, and there's a sign right there that says Fossil Creek. So I'm guessing many people have stopped and picked this pretty dry. Go up that Forest Service road. I'm guessing you'll have better luck. I haven't been up there personally. I went about halfway up, but with the snow, I got a little bit worried in my car. The road is actually very flat. Looks like recently graded. So I probably could have made it, but I just didn't want to have to deal with issues today, so we chickened out and came back down. In the summer, I think any vehicle can get up there from what I saw. You can check it on Google Maps because it is a little bit of a way before it switches back over the creek. Other than that, come run around and have fun just picking through all the limestone here. Bring a dog if you got it. It's a great place for that too. All right, we made it down to the actual river here, and it's south facing, so on a summer day, I think this would be a beautiful spot to sit and have lunch and everything. It's the road up to Mount Baker. But I just want to show you here because I just cracked open a big chunk, and you can see the belemnite or whatever it was running through the center there. And there's a seashell on the surface. But down here you can see the squiggliness in the rocks, like even this one. You can see them in there. They're not that great in that one, but let me run over here and I'll show you a decent one that Elena spotted right here. So you can see how busy this rock is with the impressions and all the squiggles everywhere. That's really what you're after. You can cut that open or break it apart, but that'll have lots of shells in it. And if you don't have a hammer, you can always just throw them up in the air and break them. Elena, show them. Throw a rock up and break it. There you go. You get an anvil rock and smack them apart just like that. Look at that. There's something maybe in there. Oh, there's a seashell in that one. See that right on the tip? So they're around, easy enough to spot and find. I think that's a clam right in there too. Yeah, so that's it. But you're just basically rummaging or rifling through all the cobbles. A rock hammer is great, like a geological pick, where you can kind of use the pick and scrape apart the side banks here and rake at it just to see what comes out. But I mean, you can wander along the riverside here too, and we seem to be finding them here as well. So great spot to like I said, bring the dog or the kids or something.